I got to go on and open the doors and stuff like that. Blah, blah, blah. You know, I know some of y'all like, man, what happened to the show last night? Same thing that's been happening to shows for the last couple of weeks, man. I'm tired. I came home, got in the tub, and said, man, I am not doing the show today. Got that nice hot water, so didn't have to worry about nothing. Then I remembered I had to worry about this trip. Got to get my babies together. And we're going to get out of here. Let me plug in the mic for this, and then we get started. Step by step by step. I was planning to be on time this morning, too. But shoot. Man makes plans and God laughs, right? Alright, so let's go on, and we're going to go and toast up our ancestors. We got the family coming in. I see some of y'all. Throw up your messages. Gye-Nyame Journey will be in Michigan today. Going to the Black History Museum, ADOS Museum. Oh, man. All right. So let's go on and let's handle it. But first off, I need to remind you that you are now standing in the congregation of the mighty. This is the place where your hustle builds muscle. Welcome to Gye-Nyame Journey Media. Oh, she up. You up this morning, huh, girl? All right. But you're going to be back up early in the morning because we got to do it again. We will do our talk and toast over this weekend. So we'll be having a little bit of time on Kaumba and Imani to talk about some of the stuff that's going to be going on or that's going on in the community and furthering our conversation. Now, I do not know why I'm still having problems with my phone. My equipment, buttons have been pushed. I don't know how or why. Neither does Monitor Enable so that you can listen to the source. Alright. I don't see what's going on because it's not registering sound at all. Very interesting. Very, very, very interesting. Check 1, check 2. Check 1, check 2. Check 1, check 2. Alright. So we have to work that out over this weekend. Hopefully we get the lines back open. But, of course, you know this is a Heart of Simple production. And this is the Daily Toast. Where we strive to blow up all your old paradigms. So I used to be that Mike used to pick up all the noise. Come on, drink your water, but first Toast your ancestors. Drink up with me, man. Drink. Alright, so we're going to get this toast up and popping, family. Listen. So, I'm trying to get out of here and get to the Detroit. Hopefully some of y'all is going. But I will see when we get here this morning. We riding on one of those coach buses. Oh, yeah, we doing it in style. So, I'm not going to drink up all that water that I used to because I don't want to be on that bus. Because y'all know sometimes have too much water rush right through you, clean you out when you're not ready or in the proper spot to be cleaned out. Some of y'all experience that. So, let's get this toast on, celebrating our personal ancestors, lifting them up, sending out energy to those that need it. Because we know, we got family and friends that we want to reach out, we want to touch. We might not be able to do it in a physical manner, but by us coming together every day, we built up enough energy where we can have energy to share, right? So we got friends and family all over the world that may be going through something, and we want to make sure that we send them the vibes that they need to make it through. All right? So, of course, we're going to start with the creator by whatever name you choose to call that creator. We lift up our glass and we salute that creator, once again, by the name that you choose. So we lift and we say, Ashe. From there, family, where do we go? We go to our illustrious list of our ancestors, and it's growing, and we're not celebrating the fact that the list of ancestors is growing. We're celebrating the fact that the list of people that are passing ancestors to us is growing. I want to thank each and every last one of you for reaching out to people and liking and sharing the video slowly but surely. One of the things I learned in my life is if it come fast, it don't last. If it comes slow, it's good to go, right? We've been on a long, and as my grandmother used to say in one of her favorite gospel songs, long and tedious journey. You understand what I'm saying? And I appreciate the fact that many of y'all have chose to walk with me. All right, here we go. Calling on our ancestors: Miles Brown, Miss Ann, Robert Texana Davis, Herman Brown Sr., Rosalie Tilley, George and William Walter, Christopher Fanny Gasson, Aunt Lena, Uncle Chris, Alfine, Cleveland, Geneva Brown, Margaret Ellis, Wash Ellis, Cecil Ellis, Alvaro Brown, Gina Gaines, Herman Brown II, Barbara Twiggs, Wash Ellis Jr., Katie Ellis, Nikki Ellis, Jamon Jones, Jeremiah Tappan, John Fallard, Montague Pittman, Normal X, Sapet Mont, Rob Malika Pacour, Dr. Marianne Williams, Kojo Kamal, Elder Farmer, Elder Millie Dixon, Tony Clark, Pastor Yusuf Weston, Elder Ajani, Elder Ron Coleman, Elder Robert Donaldson, Alfred Bropro, Hector Jr., J. Edwards, Carlisle Hayes, Grace Lundy, Inez Harris, William Bill Moss, Phyllis Rose, Sterling and Lucy Wright, Gail Pulley and Alexa Brother, Miss Eda Brooks Crawley, Miss Marie Nelson, Mr. Frederick Crawley, Sr., Miss Jerry Brunson, Mr. Alonzo Johnson, Miss Marie McDowell, Janice Foster, Charles Jordan, Kill Smith, Walter Smith, Richard Triggs, Francis Johnson, Mary Franklin, Jimmy Williams, Daniel Ford, George Gibson, Nana Loretta Clark, Inez McCrae, Fritz Clark, Frankie Justice, Katie Justice, Derek Renderman, Virginia Rogers, Reverend James Smith, Louis Henderson, Calvin Spratling, Mary Elizabeth Walker, Raymond Walker Sr., Sarah Jane Carter, Michael Ford Jr., Kellen D. Russell, Susie B. Smith, Teresa Clay, Melvin Dale Hodge Jr., Herman Copeland, Mildred Copeland, Jenny Clayburgh, Beatty said, well, Levita Farmer, I go so Sue. Shell Harvey, Aunt Shemaine, Aunt Evelyn, Deolis Hasbury, Harvey Hasbury Sr., Leonard Dickinson, T.C. Islam, Terrell Dunbar, Will Thomas, Sarah Berry, Mark Walsh, Merle B. Thornton, Pearl G. Thornton, Ida Johnson, Florence M. Carter, Joanne Thornegger, Tricia Lewis, Juanita Wright, Robert Wright, George Wright, Mary, Eliza, Frederick Davis, May Elizabeth Rogers, May Esther Keachler Reese, Linda Watson Hammonds, Jarrell Giles Watson, Sparrow, Slimmy, Southern Lewis, Andrew Holmes, Pearl Moore, Percy Moore Jr., Mildred Owens, Booker T. Bolden, Charlie Hunt, Sammy Stover, Hitter Pearson, Sergeant Thornton, Richard Thornton, Lavinia Hall, Freeman Bankster, Mary Moss, Ophelia Peacock, Willie Thornton, Napoleon Kitty, Mark Ramsey, Paul Ramsey, Matt Ramsey, David Ramsey, Charles E. Thornton, Frankie Quails, Urania Thornton, Bernice Quails, Ernestine Jackson, Frankie Johnson, Teresa Mormon, Leon Johnson, Charles Bell, Vivian Ramsey. Cleveland, did you talk to your mom about the 18th of May?
Okay.
Vivian Ramsey, S.C. Johnson, Del Rita Johnson, Leon Johnson, James W. West Sr., James Parham, Dana Jones, Henry World, James Farmer, Mary Chavez, Leon Grace, Bessie Johnson, Hadley Levester, Mary Moreland, Paul Moreland, Elder Caleb, Rosemary Martinez, Elder Amateur Wellman, Fred Douglas Triggs Sr., Thelma Triggs, Thomas and Lula Berry, Lacey Ellen Ohio, Franklin Russell and Davis, Fred Douglas Triggs II, Bennett Triggs, Reverend Eddie Moore, Helen Fuller, Eugene Jackson Sr., Richard Ellis, Silas Alexander, Charles Maxwell, Percy May Alexander, Arthur Reynolds, Stanley Lockhart, Ricky Lockhart, William Lockhart, Woodrow Lockhart, Brenda Porter, Brenda Porter, Deacon Hargrove, Carla Sawyer, Andrew Parker, Doris Donald, Ellis Murphy, D'Amico Russell, Dilly Aries, Gina Ruth Jones, Jana Callahan, William Walter West, Nigella Paris, Elder Basidi Polani, Jim Robinson, Gladys Johnson, Bradley Clark, John and Mary Sullivan, Dirk Johnson, Antonio Johnson, Delise Waters, DeFridas Hines, Hines Bostic, Edna Bostic, Winifred Scantleberry, Wilson Hadley, Emma Hines, Phyllis Lee, Eugene Spratling, Calvin Spratling, Charles Wooden, Penny Brown, Roy Lee Prentup Jr., William Johnson, Wilbur Longmire, Eda Cadney, Janice Carter, Michael Carter, Leon Pina Carter, Margaret Carter, William Carter, Lisa Jordan, Carter Mosley, Carter Lee, Charles Lee Mosley, Dorothy R. Blair, Ransom Evans, Sr., Sam Evans, Sr., Nalon Blair, Sr., Edward Stevens, Sue Ann Stevens, Joe Davis, Timothy Butler, Gene Holmes, Dana Jones, Peter Charles, Christy Nichols, Cardinal Robinson, Rosemary Charles, Ada Pearl, Bob Ingalls, Jack Wallace, Warren M. Finch, Warren P. Finch, Tim Ingalls, Audrey Finch, William Billingsley Jr., Jennifer Sensabaugh, Hazel Gasson, Jerry Brantley, Brian Watson Jr., Nico Parsons, Jason Kathy Bradford, Thomas Bradley, also known as Uncle Buki, also known as Gypsy. Shots out. I miss that man's laugh. Reverend Roosevelt Word the First, Stacey Trice, Frank Smith, Mother Bertha, Michael Leonard, David Brown, Ruth Carter, June Cox, Ruth Cox, Paula Cox, Ronald Urban, Judy Hubbard, Irene Johnson, Francis Boots Jefferson, Dan Wilkinson Sr., Emma McClendon, Jerry Doyle, Mina Robinson, Mary Nichols, Patricia Williams, Shabaka Teray, Greg G2 Gibson, Donna Hill, Richard Cleavers, Lee Irby, Tommy Irby, Boy Irby, Jim Gaucher George, and Hallie Johnson, Archie Margaret Armstead, Don Scott, Erica Armstrong, Claire Fox, Gene Evans, Archie Beck, Anna McGill, Charles McDaniel, Christine Cottrell, Aunt Becca, Alice Arnold, Arthur Arnold, Hattie Reed, Charles Reed, Eula and Andrew Becker, Patricia and Edwin Brooks, Gwendolyn and Bob Hatch, Kimball Vernon, Bradley Kim, Janie Harry Tubman Cates, Spencer Sturgis, Sally Mae Baker, Ethel Baker, Creola Baker, Geneva Baker, and Nino Baby Hatch at Senior, Mally Miller, Howsey Hatch, Dad Cleveland, Mother Gibson, Alex Nixon, John Bowie, Lester and Rachel Saunders, Dorita Ross, Riola Ross, Robert Nelson, Francis Stevenson, Leroy Stokes, Neely Johnson, Fletcher Swan, Manny and Charlie Scott, Ida Casey, Thomas Cofer, Vivian Stevenson, Mona Ann Lewis, Cornette and Lyman Lewis, John Jackson, William Dallas Lewis, Mary Francis, Chappelle Jackson, Michael Slade, Joanne Perkins, Richard Jackson, Martha Ford Dawson, Big Mama, Nanny Harris, Eva Ford, James Harrison, Margaret Towns, Mary Williams, Leroy Q. Heath Sr., Albert Moore, Miss Vanilla, Alvis Motley, Geraldine Elizabeth, Douglas Thompson, Arlington Houston, Lud Alls, Elijah Alls, Jerome Alls, and West Staten, Joe Jamel Alls, Ann Pierce, Donald Carter, Lily Green, Nathan Green, Beth Bond, John Dewey, Ruth Beard, Tim Butler, Ramey Laura Newton, J.B. Foggy, Thomas Newton Sr., Barbara Naeem, Jeanette Sanders, Jerry C. Sanders, Roy Pruitt, H.J. Brantley Sr., Henry Wilson, Rupert Jenkins, Minnie Wilson, Catherine Sanders, Muriel Ellis, Elizabeth Sanders, Henrietta Irby, Mildred Armstead, Margaret Armstead, Catherine Anthony, Ruth Brown, Charles Walker Sr., Charlie Walker, Cecil Russell, Diane Urban, Harun Phillips, William Ford, Margaret Logan, Phyllis Barnett, Lee Urban Sr., Michael Urban, Ozella Watson, Hugo Watson, John Caldwell Sr., Robbie Lee Caldwell, Nevaeh Mitchell, Ron McCormick Sr., Sabrina Easley, Rashawn Easley, Javea McCormick, Barbara Ann Reed, Dorothy Ann Reed, John Reed, Shekamaha Reed Jr., John Reed Jr., Patricia Reed, Edward R. Benson Sr., Ethel H. McNair, Lois Fernandez, Jacqueline Broadus, Reginald Oliver, Mazarine Cooper, George Swan, Edmonia Grayson, Charles Scott, Charles A. Scott, Michael Morgan, Charlene Morgan, Sybil Edwards McNabb, Annie Ferguson, William Ferguson, Shelby McClendon. And moving to our black book. Joella Giles, James Carswell, Liberta Adams, also known as Aunt Sis, Elder Shaka McNair, Anthony Brown, Jonathan Ford, Lottie Gaucher, Cousin Tony, Michael Johnson, James Jimmy Johnson, Barbara Shang Lewis, Ronald Shelton Jr., Damian Top, Westina Banks, Joseph Bingham Quincy, Mama Aunt Lady, Abraham Isaac Cundiff, Aunt Barbara Lewis, Renee Johnson, Joy, Ryan Ross Riggins, Jamante, Marcus Price, Marcus Price, Ness Words, Marshawn McCarroll, Demetrius Beer, Herb Jefferson, Ralph Mickens, Eric Walker, Quasi Sample, Candace Simmons, Severin Clayton, Leonard Jones, Melvin Scott Sr., Elder Clarence Lumpkin, Elder Elizabeth Johnson, Frank Smith, Stacy Trice, Denisa Gorey, Nathaniel Hassan Turner, Khalid Isin, also known as Nigel Turner, Demetrius Lewis Flint, Alberta Woods, Geneva Simmons, Daniel Tilley, Angeline Gant, Sharifa, Oscar Kane, Audrey Gripper, Dominique Nichols, Ruth Elaine Johnson. That's the newest addition to our list. Shots out. We raise up our glass to all of those ancestors. And we say, Ashe. From their family, we move to the present moment, lifting up our glass in the present moment, celebrating, because we doing the work to make sure that our children have a place to build, have a foundation upon which they're going to stand. Remember, life is not our own, as much as we want it to be sometimes. We're preparing the way for our children and our children yet to come, for the many generations. So we got to go on and we got to celebrate this moment, this moment right now, this present moment. Nia is the principle of the day. Nia is the day. I'm asking you to activate your reticular formation and find pictures and ideas of Nia, examples of Nia that you could post up on Gye-Nyame Journey or post up on your timeline. Purpose, for those that don't know the language, purpose is, Nia is the word for purpose, or purpose is the English equivalent of Nia. Balance is the demonic principle of the day. Yellow is the color of the day. Don't have the color on the day. Rhythm, can't find my yellow shirt. Don't say nothing, anime. Don't say nothing. Rhythm is the hermetic law of the day. Male name for the day is Kofi. Female name is Afua. We got any Kofis and Afuas in the house? Alright. So, that's the present moment. We lift up our glass and we salute and we say Ashe. We remember our children, our children's children on to infinity in advance. We salute them so that they may one day shake up the world and remember and lift up a glass in our name. And we say Ashe. From there, family, move to all of our relations and we toast and we say Ashe, right? From all of our relations, we move to that selfish moment. What you need in this moment, family? What is it? Come on now. Don't be shy. Let us know what it is. All right. You got it? Ashe. From there, family, we move rapidly, fast as we can to the next step. And the last step, and that is to toast the most magnificent, beautiful, uplifting, outstanding, strength enhancing, unifying, determined, responsible, focused,
Mommy said crazy.
incredible person on the planet. And you know who that is? That just happened to be you. It had to be you. We lift up and we say, Ashe, Ashe, Ashe. Family, we wish you peace, power, and joy and 100 years. And I'm about to get up out of here. I'm going to sip on this just a little bit.
You already drank too much water.
You said I drank too much water? Speaking of water, go on, I need me another water. Give me water over there, Clay. It had to be you. It had to be you. All right, family, check it out. So we are on our way to Detroit, so be checking the timeline because, of course, I'm going to be posting things of purpose and on purpose today. Adventures, because I love when the young people have adventures. Although it's hard work, man. Keeping these kids from tearing shit up. You know, I mean, one day one gonna want to touch everything. You know, and we gonna do it. We doing laser tag. We gonna go eat. We'll have a good time, family.
Laser tag?
Laser tag. That's right, Gina. That's why we gotta pay all that money. Education costs. Right? So, family, of course, we will be doing our toast and talk. We'll be doing our toast and talk this weekend. So, you welcome to come on out. Voice your thoughts, your ideas. Oh, God, that wasn't supposed to happen like that. Y'all like the little copper thing? You know, remember the healing benefits of copper? I can't find my copper cup now. Life is rough around the Gye-Nyame house. My kids found a cat yesterday. They want a cat. What y'all think? Thumbs up if they should. Thumb down if they shouldn't.
Grandma, if you're watching it and it looks just like Wally.
Which means it looks like Donald Trump. All right, family, this is Brother Hot Tim. I'm up and I'm out. Did you eat, Gina? Rice is in there. All right. Y'all can have rice.